Hey guys, Dan Heilman back with another video today. We're going to be talking about how the global uncertainty index reached the highest ever. We have a possible war going on in the Middle East, fear in the single digits, everything just insanely oversold in the crypto universe. And then we walk over here to the stock universe, and what do we got going on? Pretty much all-time highs for SPY and a lot of other stocks. Crypto stocks obviously not doing so hot, but a lot of different stocks doing extremely well regardless of what is happening. It's just a really interesting environment we're in right now. The Fed released their meeting notes yesterday, 2 p.m., basically saying that it seems less likely that rates are going to get cut. So a lot of people are worried about high rates, and inflation seems to be kind of holding steady or going down. So it's just a really crazy world we live in. All right, let's talk about it. So very first thing, we have the price rainbow chart indicator for Bitcoin. It's basically at like the fire sale, extremely cheap region here. However, you do see that these peaks are getting lower and lower and lower. So, maybe this rainbow chart needs to kind of be redrawn a little bit, because clearly we came out of it here in 2023, and it looks like we're going to come out of it again in 2026. Anyways, if you have a long-term mindset, I still think Bitcoin and some of the larger altcoins are going to be great to start accumulating now at this region. So again, another thing you can do is you can come over here, and basically anytime we get below this red moving average, which is the 200-week simple moving average, see here, if we go right here, I use 1400, which is basically the 200 week times 7, and I use this in days because it basically just gives me a little bit better looking curve, and a little bit it updates a little bit quicker, right? So you can just find this indicator for free, DHYT. If you search that on the indicators, you can find all of my indicators that I have published for free. I like making indicators. I think it's kind of fun, and you can just kind of grab any of those and take a look at them. So anyways, oversold. Look at the weekly RSI. It's just insanely oversold, right? The last time it was like this was in 2022. We got a little bit lower reading. Can the price of Bitcoin go lower? Yes, of course it can. But this is the second lowest it's pretty much ever been in history on the weekly time frame. Pretty crazy. Monthly moves a bit slower. We are still the second most oversold ever in history. You do see a trend here. We have this basically kind of trending line like this, and we have this trending line like I don't know, I guess something like this, right? If you want to hit the most amount of these. So we never got anywhere close to the top here, kind of like 2019. So in 2019, we had this top here. You can hardly see it because I'm so zoomed out, but we had this top here in 2019, kind of the same thing. We never hit this level up here of oversoldness on the monthly. So it's just crazy time. I mean, I'm looking at some of these charts and I'm just kind of blown away, right? So if you go to like, I don't know, MYX. So this was one of the decentralized exchanges, just insane. It pumped all the way up to 1920, is all the way down to 94 cents. Just insane. I mean, they have a great website, and I know nothing about them. It's not like a sponsored post or anything like that, but it just blows my mind that all this work was put into some of these coins. A lot of these decentralized finance ones, AVNT was another one. I think this is Coinbase's. But it's just insane, up to $2.65, down to 18 cents. Kimono Finance, another, finance one, just down to basically zero. It's just insane. Puffer Finance, same thing. Huge pump, all the way up here into, $1, and then now it's 3 cents. Just blows my mind. Obviously, everyone knows, like, Trump coin, for example. This one just did that massive pump into $70, $80, and then it's literally $3 now. So just insanely oversold on altcoins, especially. Even Bitcoin, as I said, just insanely oversold. So I have started accumulating again, and I'm going to continue to accumulate through the summer and end of the year. A lot of people are saying that we basically have to, follow the 4-year cycle. I see it all the time now. After people didn't want to believe it here, I'm making an indicator right now just to kind of show the halvings and all of, you know, the estimated tops and bottoms. You can see the top 2017, 526 days, top 549 days from the halving. You know, some people do it from the halving, some people do it from low to low. Technically, low to low is the best way to do cycles, but I found for Bitcoin specifically, from the halving to the highs is a little bit more consistent, right? And then the lows eventually, you know, apparently are going to be, you know, October-ish, and then we'll have a halving in 2028, maybe April, and then we'll have another high in 2029, maybe August. Who knows? It's obviously too early to tell. I used this to guesstimate that the top was going to be October 1st, and it ended up being October 6th. The price didn't get anywhere near where I thought it was going to go. But if you look on the linear chart and you just kind of anchor these kind of, you know, something like this, you can see we actually basically just hit this again and never broke it. So maybe again, if we come through and we're going to hit the same top, maybe the top in 2029 is going to be $177,000. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Again, if you put it on log chart, it looks a little bit different, right? And we never hit it at all. And if we were to hit it on this one, the red would be the top, would be $1.25 million. So we'll see what happens. But, you know, I don't think maybe it doesn't make sense to draw straight lines on logarithmic charts. But in the linear chart, this has played out perfectly. Look at the date is almost identical. And we tapped the line again. It's just insane. It's almost like we live in a simulation, I feel like. I mean, it's just insane. And we have basically the global uncertainty index. You know, we got potential war in the Middle East. We have you know, uncertainty about tariffs, about rate cuts, about, you know, Fed policy, all of this stuff. You got FOMO Finder, been in uncertainty for a while. We've seen some of the panic as well. Not in a couple days, surprisingly. This goes off funding rates. So, you know, when a lot of people are short, the funding goes negative, and that puts it in panic and capitulation. So fear and greed, single digits, 5, 8, 9. 5 is actually the lowest on record. So it's just insane. It's just insane. I just can't, you know, people are so negative on the crypto space. It's wild, especially when you're looking at, you know, the S&P 500. Today we are a little bit negative pre-market. We got the bull market support band, you know, that we kind of just bounced off right here. It's just a crazy world we live in. NASDAQ, you know, popped out, almost hit a new all-time high, came back down. DJI did sweep the highs here, made a new all-time high above 50K. That was the meme. And then we had a pullback here, and kind of looks like we're just gonna maybe run into another all-time high. So just insane what's going on in the world. Let's look at like, oh, whoa. That's not what I wanted to do. Bitcoin divided by gold. You can see we've broken down from like long-term support. Bitcoin divided by SPX. You can see Bitcoin just underperforming all assets, just really all assets. Bitcoin divided by silver, same thing. We actually bounced at the same point that we bounced in 2023. So, I mean, if you're looking to enter the market, now is the time to start doing it. Are we going to bottom? Like I said, in, you know, October, August, September, we could just continue. I feel like we're going to live in a simulation for sure, confirmed, if we just continue to bottom here, and just continue to follow this. It's pretty insane. I mean, I feel like a lot of people were aware of this, didn't believe it was going to happen, and then it ended up playing out anyways. So it's just quite an insane world we live in. I can't even really believe it, but I did pick up a little bit of MYX just because it was like so insanely oversold. So I bought some at 96 cents. You can see, just because this chart looks so insane, I didn't buy a lot. I bought like, I don't even know, like 300 or something, just for fun, just because it's like, I mean, we ran at $19. It's like a little, you know, lotto card basically, because it's most likely just gonna, it looks like it's most likely just gonna go to zero. But we're basically at the support line that we hit way back here. So I'm thinking maybe something happens here. The funding rates on MIX is just insanely negative. It kind of, again, another thing that kind of blows my mind is how, you know, all these exchanges you can short on high leverage, but it's like you're not even required to own the actual asset. You know, I see a lot of people talking about paper Bitcoin because there's so many layers built on top of Bitcoin. Right now you can lend it on Coinbase. You know, they announced that you can now basically lend your or borrow against your, Litecoin and a bunch of other coins recently. So I just thought it was kind of interesting. Yeah, I was like checking on Litecoin here. It's like I can borrow $5,500 for 4.5 APY. And my liquidation is like 62.5%, meaning if the price goes down that much, they will liquidate a portion of it. But it's just funny because, they're like, all right, holding XRP, Doge, ADA, Litecoin. I mean, you can do it for Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. You can borrow up to 100K in USDC. And this uses Morpho. So another interesting, you can just lend against stuff. So it's like Coinbase has your Bitcoin. You have a stake to that Bitcoin, right? And then you can lend money against it, buy more Bitcoin. So it's like you're kind of in turn creating more Bitcoin, right? Because you can short Bitcoin without really actually selling your Bitcoin. I don't know. The whole thing it just blows my mind that you can even really do that. I don't know. It's like it's the same thing with stocks, right? You can short stocks, but the leverage on stocks is nowhere near what it is in the crypto universe. So, you don't have 500x leverage in stocks, right? A typical margin account is only 2x leverage, meaning if you got 50 grand in there, you could buy 100 grand of stocks in a margin account on stocks typically. So I don't know, the whole thing's pretty crazy, and that's gonna be pretty much it for the video. It just kind of blows my mind what's going on with everything right now. And yeah, we'll see what happens over I wish I could just take a little time machine and just take a look forward a couple of years, because I'm really curious what happens to this space. It's just been, I've been in the crypto space since like 2017, and it's kind of funny because originally, I bought a lot of Bitcoin, I don't know, 15, 16 grand. I got interested like right near the top, round tripped a bunch of it. I bought a bunch of Bitcoin actually at like $3,400. And it did well there, but all the altcoins I held basically went to zero from the first cycle. I mean, a lot of the altcoins aren't even around anymore. The only one that I bought early that still did well was BNB. It's just been an insane space. Originally it was all about, anti-government, and I want anti-banks, and then we kind of recently have changed to oh yeah, ETFs and government, buy my Bitcoin. It's just funny how the space has changed, and now that TradFi, traditional finance, has come into the space, I feel like there's been just more manipulation than there ever has been. It's just been quite insane. But because back in the day there was really no leverage trading. There was a little bit in 2017. I remember one broker was one of the accounts I used to do to leverage trade. They of course got shut down, and they took all of my Bitcoin. The SEC did, so that was kind of a bummer. But anyways, yeah. 2021 we had a big run, and then here we go, 2025, and it's history. So will it repeat? We shall see. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Have a great day, everyone. If you want to buy any crypto, if you want to do any leverage trading, I do have an affiliate link below for Bitunix. It's the best way to support the channel, and you get a nice reduction in fees if you use my link below. You can buy spot, and you can do no KYC. If you value your privacy, you can just use an email and password, and you can sign up really quick and pick up some coins with very low fees. I have an affiliate link below to Coinbase as well. Bitunix does have much lower fees than Coinbase, so feel free to use that if you would like. And have a great day. If you enjoyed it, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and good luck out there. See you guys.